Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Yathagnirdahika shaktihi Ramakrishne stita hiya sarva vidya swarupam tam sharadam pranamamyaham. Namah Shri Rajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Namaste to you all. Timeless wisdom. We have to have a view of the whole historical happening from the ancient times. But authentic writing that started much later, a few thousand years back. Before that, we don't have records. And exactly time concept, when, what happened, how it happened, whole thing is a speculation. Of course, reasoning stands behind, logic is there, but everything is a speculation. Because we are born in India as Hindus, when we look at the scriptures, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Vedas, Upanishads, so many granthas, innumerable, and smritis, various Puranas, what exactly they are showing is timelessness regarding wisdom. Whether human existence existed or not, the knowledge remains as it is in the universe. It's ever flowing, it's all pervading. Where there is consciousness, there is knowledge. But to tap that, when did this tapping begin? We do not know. And when we see the civilizations coming and going, how many millions of civilizations might have passed? We do not know. The ancient Greeks believed that everything is a cyclic process. The whole universe formation, each species coming, human, everything, just like everything is going on in cyclic way, each appears. And from the stage of zero, it evolves, goes on evolving to the cosmic level, again to chaos, chaos to cosmic, and cosmic to chaos. It goes on. This is the ancient Greeks had this opinion of the whole system. Just like that gives an understanding for human existence also. Human existence evolves to the highest evolution and again moves towards the chaos and destruction. Again from the seeds, just like a tree grows from seed and it slowly grows to its optimum, again starts falling down and slowly goes back to earth, but throwing away the seed. The seed continues, the varieties continue, but the whole tree goes back to the destructive state, enters back its cause, and the seed continues its new evolution. So we are going on. We do not know how many millions of these human evolutions have come to the highest state and disappeared. We are in one of those civilizations. Even historically, if we see, so many civilizations came and disappeared. And these civilizations are very difficult to know because it is again speculation of the scientists. They have proofs, and the proofs are also speculations. So one thing that rests in our hands as on today is the scriptures of all religions, all paths, and the surviving religions. But the evolution of civilization, suppose there was a day when nothing existed, or the only human in his primitive state he is there, he doesn't know anything of the universe or anything. He is just like all animals are living, he is also living. But he has been endowed with an intellect, a heart, which is missing in all other species as far as we know. We do not know exactly how they feel, because feeling is there in them. I saw in the forest when I was there, the tiger catching a small young one of a deer. The deer was struggling because its young one is being caught by tiger, and it was struggling. Mother was struggling. The slowly, one huge cry of the child, the baby, deer, and then it leaves the body. It becomes silent and falls off. The tiger doesn't eat immediately. It leaves mother too. It understands the mothers. It is not killing anything because of its enmity. It is its food. Now that mother used to, how that mother was feeling, the tiger licked the blood, went and sat aside. It will not allow any other animals, even a bird, to come near. But it doesn't obstruct the mother. Look at the feelings they have. It understands it is its mother. And as long as mother is there, it will try again and again to wake it up and make it stand. It goes and lifts with its mouth, pulls with the hand, and then goes aside. Ooh, sound it will make. We can see tears falling from its eyes. And again comes back, again tries. Till evening it will be trying, and tiger will be silently watching this scene. Finally, when the deer goes off, the tiger will come and start eating it. Look at the feelings, human feelings also. Though he might have been in the primitive stage of evolution, the heart does exist for every being in its own way. We may not be able to understand how a plant feels when a young one by its side is taken away, or when a leaf is plucked, or a branch is cut. How it feels we do not know. But we understand human level to a great extent, and we have been endowed with an intellect. These two things go on observing the nature. Living is one part. Now all animals, as soon as they acquire their food, even birds you can see early morning chirping and coming out from the nests and here and there holes, and then searching for food, taking food, and then whole thing, its purpose is over. By afternoon, it is filled, it goes for a short nap, rest. Again after 2 hours it comes out, again picks up its food and goes back and rests. It doesn't think, it doesn't feel. But human existence is not like that. He searches for his food. Once the food is over, he looks at the nature. Early morning, suppose he did not have a house also, or a cave or a bush from his emerging out. The dawn, the beautiful dawn. He has intelligence. He has heart which no other animals or insects or the plant has. No animal laughs. Human alone laughs. That we see human rising sun. What pleasure or joy it might be giving to their heart. The just observation. Is religion necessary? Is God necessary? Understanding of God is necessary. Is not this what they are looking at and admiring and unknowingly adoring it? Is it not God? The God concept and systematic presentation as religion started much later. Even otherwise, the understanding in a different way, which doesn't exist in any type of animals, did exist in man. When he stands on the top of a hill, looks around, goes to river, sees the water, lot of fishes moving about, life is there. He may catch one or two and eat, but looking at the family moving about in joy, floating in water, the birds flying in sky, will he not feel the nature? The whole day he spends in various ways searching for food, procuring, saving somewhere, hiding it, and all that. Even as a primitive man, I am telling, night falls. The whole nature is changing. Night to night there is difference. The phases of moon change. The stars glitter in the sky. Lying down, all animals close their eyes and sleep. Man may not feel that feeling that he may not get. He wonders, what is this? Where am I? What is this world? When he sees death, his own people or somebody, then what happened? Within a day it starts smelling bad. They move away. Like animals leaving and going away. They move away. So man has a heart which feels at every moment. It pulsates, it throbs to the nature which we are missing today. Greatly we are missing the being one with nature. I used to see, when I lived in forest, 4.5 years alone almost, what was the intimate relationship with nature and all beings. I can see tigers and leopards moving, bears and snakes moving around, and so many thousands of hiran and cheetal, deers and sambars moving about. It is reserved forest I was staying. Huge trees, 90, 100 feet height, bamboo soap, to live with that nature. Every moment, what will be your consciousness telling? Oh, wonder, wonder, wonder. Everything is wonder. Fighting of animals, wonder. Everywhere, man sees that wonder and asks this question, what is this nature? What is this nature? He doesn't know the word nature yet, but he admires it. His heart is adoring, his mind is admiring a beautiful system, human system. And then taking care of the young ones. All animals take care of its young ones. The birds in the nest gather food and feed, take care. It sees every moment whether any danger befalls it. But the human taking care is entirely different. Monkeys also, here plenty of monkeys are there where we are staying in the ashrama. And we see the monkeys carrying the child, jumping from one tree to the other, just holding with one hand, with two legs and another hand it is catching the tree to tree. The child is fearless. It is getting accustomed to high flying. How the human nature would have been in those days of primitive. Mother is mother, father is father at all times, which today we are missing. The mother was Mother Nature's representation. The love that human could give to its young one and the love that an animal can give to its young one is entirely different. Here it is love is predominant, attachments are predominant, and there it is security is predominant. It wants to see that its child is safe. It doesn't, and then when the young starts growing, little growing, it feels the joy of playing with it. You can see tigers and cubs playing. Next moment it is missing. It is going for its food. Slowly these young ones are searching for its food here and there. But human is, doesn't want to leave the young one. You can see the monkeys do not leave the young ones and go. They carry, all the time they carry. But birds leave and go and come back. They can't carry. Here, slowly this concern and love manifests. Concern and security and all that what it offers, protection, becomes slowly love. It looks like love and slowly enters into attachment. And gregarious tendency human has. We will study some of the ancient civilizations hereafter, Greek, Roman and all those things, this side, Chinese, all these civilizations. We will just have a look around to know how the evolution takes place. Because the Darwin's evolution theory is very crude, limited to the bodily existence. Almost we can say a few generations before this concept of evolution came into picture. Before Darwin. Darwin was one who presented it to the world, the thought of evolution, of the human existence, human to have come from the animal level. But the ancient Greek did not have this idea of animal becoming a human. Its evolution was from chaos to cosmos and cosmos to chaos. And again, the cycle to continue eternally. The evolution concept is there in the Indian literatures and in spiritual traditions of Hinduism as spiritual evolution. Body goes on transforming. Body to body, a body creates another body, gives birth to another. How the genes are moving is one part. What happens to the soul that leaves the body and goes? Body to body evolution is different from soul to soul evolution. What is going to happen to the soul next? The This evolution of soul is different from evolution of body. Body was not given so much of importance in Hinduism as we did, as the Westerners and Western concepts have grown. From the earliest times, the Hindu concept and the Indian awarenesses were on the spiritual man, the real man within. The bodily existence was apparent. And the biggest proof that we see is we are passing through these three stages: waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. In deep sleep, what are you? In dream state, what are you? In waking state, what are you? How do you disconnect from the bodily existence in sleep? How do you separate from the mind and senses from the dream to deep sleep? And in deep sleep, what are you? The identification, the awarenesses, you enter into an entirely different dimension, unrelated to body and unrelated to this world at all, in sleep. So that identity, slowly, what happens to that soul which leaves? Temporary separation is sleep, permanent separation is death. The body may continue taking the next generation may go on changing the bodily structure. But the soul which has left, what happens to that? Here the evolution concept entirely changes. Spiritual evolution. We don't call it evolution there, we call it unfoldment. A tree, while putting out the seeds, the tree is getting involved into the seed, and from the seed, the tree is going to evolve again. This evolution concept, the tree becoming seed is involution, and from seed to become a tree is evolution. The evolutionary process continues forever. It is a cycle, evolution and involution. Swami Vivekananda gives this in detail. Two important theories he presents is evolution presupposes involution. Whether it is material or spiritual, there is always involution. I have got involved and I evolve. This evolution is called unfoldment. The tree becoming seed is involution. It is getting involved into micro, unimaginable dimension to evolve again into a tree. What a beautiful system in the nature, you see. And it is going to produce a tree, a small seed that is fallen there. And this evolution and involution, the ancient trees, physical level, and also what happens to the soul, how it evolves from the gross animalhood to the divinehood, absolute divinehood, from animalhood to humanhood, from humanhood to divinehood. There slowly a systematic presentation becomes essential to give that knowledge to the next following generation. There comes the religion and principles, moral, ethical principles. All these shoot forth one by one to make you into that perfect being. We are moving towards perfection. The civilization is nature's plan, evolution and involution. And how to segregate, how to put this happened at this time is very difficult. Each one who is a scientist first studies what the predecessors have given regarding this knowledge. And his brain is already, grooves have formed in the same way he thinks and the same way He cannot think independent of what he has acquired. The old tendencies, old understanding, ever continues. It's a flow. But it need not be. Now Darwin's theory comes in between. Now slowly there is rejection of the Darwin's theory. Because the human formation is entirely independent of animal formation. Though it appears to be, there is even the missing link concept that man, there is a link between the monkeys and human. A missing link is there. We don't know how monkeys became human. But the intellect, the brain, the functioning of the brain and all that is entirely the way in which it works. And we if this is true, can we create a man from an animal? Taking various means. It's a very debatable point. They say no. Even the bodily parts, we can somehow match and make. But the nature, it has created, how the nature is bringing it up, remains forever. Nature is getting adjusted to itself. Man comes and goes. Generations come and go. Era comes and goes. Races come and go. All are passing. So civilizations appear and disappear. So we are interested in the timeless wisdom that is eternal. We poke and stretch ourselves into that eternity, into the infinity, into the reality. All right, for today, we will see in the next class. I want to begin some civilizations, the whole picture of civilizations according to, of course, the whatever book says. We don't have any means to peep and see. Maybe if we get some spiritual eyes like that, we can enter into past and see. If it is Leela of God, we can enter and see into the past because it is the eternal present. The flow of the general civilization may not be a Leela of God, it is Leela of nature. We may not be able to enter. God alone will be able to enter and see and show us. All right, for today. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Thank you, Maharaj. Today we have 2 questions. So first question, Maharaj, is, Pranam Maharaj, how can we cultivate the ability to commune with nature?
Yes. The thing is, each being, we are conscious. And because it is natural. To be with nature and be in tune with nature is natural. I told the difference between animals and human, even in primitive state. Now our mind is engaged with the modern gadgets and modern things. This question appears because of our keeping mind completely immersed in the modernity and in Bhautikata, the materialism. We don't find time. Morning we have to get up and run to our office or our work. The family taking care, looking after the things. Where is the time to tune with nature? How to love with nature? Where is that time? So our understanding must expand, slowly gaining knowledge. What knowledge does wisdom? Every experience you must convert, every experience, it becomes knowledge, and knowledge has to be converted into wisdom. Everything, every experiences in our life, every experience we can convert into wisdom. When this wisdom awakens, when every knowledge, how much of knowledge you have gained, it is remaining as knowledge. Even the sufferings and problems we get day to day, in the office, in the family, misunderstandings, fightings with children and spouses, the fighting that can be converted into beautiful, you can churn it and convert into wisdom. How beautiful it would be if it gets converted into. All these sufferings become wisdom. This is what Holy Mother says. Convert the experiences into wisdom. An important saying of Mother. Don't leave it them as memory, remembering it and going again and again, it converts into it. When it becomes wisdom, you live in this society, live in the family, you'll be doing intense activities. But like Thakur says, that fish, a kind of fish that lives in the slash, remains like lotus in the pond with mud below. It is growing. Like that you will be untouched by the world, living in the world, doing all activities, being with everyone. You are anointed with wisdom. You have no sticking anywhere. So this, you are free now. Your mind is free. While working, you can tune yourself to the nature. While working, just look through the window. Bhajnanandaji Maharaj used to tell us when we joined Mutt as brahmacharis, don't be in your room with closed doors at dawn and dusk. When sun is rising, come out, climb to your roofs and look at the vast world. At dusk, they will give you knowledge, they will give you wisdom, they will give you peace within. It will give you bliss within. So that you can radiate when you are working. If you are one with nature, you can constantly radiate that peace and joy with others. Wisdom is there, your smile on your face never fails. An angry person comes shouting at you, you will be smiling with inner peace and inner joy intact, because wisdom is there. Wisdom is the shield and love is the weapon in this world. Always, when you move about, it's a war field, constant war going on. How will you wield your weapons? Only weapon in this world is any enemy, anything comes, use the weapon of love. Love is the weapon you use, and wisdom is the shield that you use. There you see that you are always in tune with nature, you are always in tune with God, and you are always in tune with all beings, and your inner joy and peace unaffected by any situation within you. Even when the body starts rotting, giving great pain, the inner joy and inner peace doesn't get disturbed. Because wisdom is there. Love is there. Love can bear any amount of strain. It can take any adventurous states It can face great dangers. For the sake of love, how they behave, you see, in the world. Worldly love, temporary. Next day they part and go. They don't want to see each other's face. That love and universal love, if you get. So this is the way how you enter into, become in tune with the nature, love nature. Time is going, life is going. Allow all things to go on as it is. Don't try to change. Just keep walking. You are like a river in the bank. On the either side there is a bank and you are river flowing. So you see the terrain, how it will be. So rough. Here and there stones. The water flows. It takes the line of least resistance. It flows. Like that you have to flow. And go. Keep moving. Because everything is passing away. Childhood has gone. Youth is fading away. Old age is coming. Nothing should affect you. You are the self, Atman, independent of body. Slowly develop all type of wisdom that you can and project out your love for all. All right?
Thank you, Maharaj. We have the last question. If the concept of violence and selfishness is not present in the lower animals, why did it originate in human beings?
It is nature. See, in nature, Sri Ramakrishna says, it is a duality is there. When one becomes two, one is positive, one is negative. Dharma and adharma form together and they join together to neutralize each other, and when the dissolution takes place, retraction takes place, there will be no differences, one absolute existence. The two are, Thakur says, like the sweet nectarous fruits. There are poisonous fruits. Like good people, there are bad people. God has created all in duality. So they balance each other in nature. When problem comes is not when they flow in parallel lines, but when one wants to encroach other and destroy and occupy that place. So here comes the conflict. Then what we are to do is convert everything. If bad people are there, so another thing Thakur says is why there is evil. One of the places he says there is necessity of these things also. Jatila Kutila must be there in the love story of Krishna and Radha. They are problem creators. That helps your evolution. Holy Mother says, the bad things are there to make you good. Utilize it. Each fall in your life is a foundation stone for the edifice that you are going to build up of the divine existence. So now a tree is there, its own leaf falls down, rots at the bottom. From the rotting, the tree is sustained. Why there is rotten things below the tree? Tree needs it. One is the feeding other and making sustenance. Two must be there. One is involuntary process, one is evolutionary process. But what you have to select? God has given intelligence. Select the evolutionary process and walk in the evolutionary process. Actually, we don't call it God's creation. God makes only the nature itself presents. Just like you wake up from dream, from sleep, the nature projects forth the universe with all beings. Again, like we enter into sleep, the whole thing goes back causal form and again reappears. This is multiplicity is begun with the duality. It exists with the duality. Each has, when one of them disappears, the whole thing disappears. Because they merge in each other and disappear. Otherwise, the degree may increase or decrease a little to some level, like Kali Yuga and Satya Yuga, like summer and winter. But the whole thing will not enter. I am in a particular state, place, where I am able to see the two dualities. Now, temperature, for example. For me, the particular temperature I feel cold. It's a temperature. Another side, I feel it is hot. It is with respect to the point of reference. What is the point of reference? The point of reference here I have is what is suitable for my body. Now, if the temperature goes too high, I die away. My body gets burnt. But there are organisms which can still be alive at 1000 Celsius. When the spacecraft is sent to space, rockets and all that, it is seen that even these are not there in the spacecraft when it goes. It is perfectly sterilized. But these survive. The iron, molten iron, they will be swimming. It is not hard for them. Like that, how do you feel? And as you start growing spiritually, you will see that they are just appearances. And as you climb higher and higher, you are keeping each leg on the toe and climbing up. And then, these two are same. When you wake up from dream, as long as you are in dream, you have cold, heat, sukha, dukkha. All these dualities are there. Good men are there, bad men are there. But when you wake up, you will see if good man was bad and bad man was good, there was no difference. Because it is one mind. One mind was playing as a world. Here, one reality, one God is playing as. You are somewhere identifying with your body. And this is good, this is bad, you are having. So the moral principle alone is given. Even in religions, when religion has not acquired pure spirituality, only moral conduct is given to them. Many of the religions limit themselves to moral conduct. They don't have spiritual awareness at all because their level of existence is like that. When you slowly spirituality comes in, moral principles become so natural for you. You need not observe them, they follow you. As you climb by, then you will see, there is no difference between good man and bad man. The saint and sinner, they are just appearances. But when suffering is there, even the saints feel, just like a sleeping child is weeping, we go and wake up. We know nothing is there in the dream, neither tiger nor dog. But the child is weeping, we wake up. Like that, we try to wake these people up to the spiritual, though it is false. The whole thing is a mere appearance. The apparent existence is totally interconnected. The interconnectedness of each two things, good and bad, are intimately interconnected. We don't observe this fact because one has become many and one each is looking like different. There is a sprayer in your hand, spray water. Water has become so many particles. Each particle is entirely different from other. One may be little bigger and looking at the small one, it is lifting its head. It forgets its content, it's water only. So when you look at the two things, good and bad, the content is the Chaitanya, God. God has become, Sri Ramakrishna again, God has become the good man, God has become the bad man. Very difficult to understand as it is. But when you go deeper and see, you will understand, oh, they were never two. They are one and the same. So here, as we go spiritually, all dissolve. The thing is, expand your consciousness to be one with all-pervading God. Expand your mind to be one with nature. Nature pervades everything that exists in the universe. And expand your heart to be one with all beings. When some brahmacharis come and tell me something, oh, he scolded me, I did not do anything. For no reason he scolded me. I asked them, what did you do in return? I went to my room and wept. I said, could you not give love in return? Practice it. God has brought an opportunity to you in adversity to give your love and concern. Just you may show your eyes that they will not trouble you anymore, but you must, in the heart, you must be giving love and backing for that person. Then you are evolving. These things are the things that you utilize to evolve. As much goodness is as much necessary as bad. Another thing Sri Ramakrishna says is, if there is bad, alone you will know the value of good. Bhajanandaji Maharaj used to ask us, go once in a way to other temples outside, so that you will know the value of monastery here. Otherwise, the fish in the water forgets what is the value of water. It is plenty and everywhere. When it is pulled out from the water, it knows its value. It cannot survive. So, like that, and it is necessary for evolution. The two things are necessary for evolution. You are keeping two, just like you have two legs, you are utilizing these powers. Somebody scolding is a power. You are reacting to it is a power. You are generating a power. Utilize it. It is making you weep. Run to God. Let it make you run to God. Everything. Like a child. All right? Namo Namo.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, everyone, for this wonderful, uplifting satsang. Our next satsang would be continued on the same topic and would be held in a month. We would communicate the exact date soon in WhatsApp group. Pranam Maharaj, if you kindly conclude this session.
Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrutavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.